Asked a lot on the beach, what's the greatest thing I ever found? Golly, how do you narrow it down when you think between all the stuff you found on the beaches and all the stuff you found on the ground? But I think my most favorite is a historical piece, actually a museum piece. It is a World War II from a Navy aircraft practice bomb, and it is an MK-23. There are three models, and I didn't get the actual fuse part. So we also know this is a dummy bomb, but this was used during World War II to practice dropping bombs on low altitude targets. You know, I just can't help but wonder, what was it like back then? Release, open hatches, let her go, boys! Bam! Ow! That's heavy.
Okay. That was a little dramatic, but I never promised you that I was sane. Actually, here I am. I'm working both New Smyrna Beach in Central Florida as well as Daytona Beach. I never used to do much of Daytona, but I have furthered myself and gotten deeper and deeper into that area and absolutely love it and totally expect myself to spend most of my summer in Daytona Beach. On this particular hunt, I was stratifying with coins, small target, and I started the day off with a little token of love. Naturally, the mystery hasn't unveiled itself, but it is a piece of a bangle bracelet. It's the designer's ID tag they tend to put on the bangle. Very common, and with the strong pounding of the surf, it destroys jewelry into bits and pieces. I'm continuing to follow my stratified lines. You all know I go by science, and it led me to this particular point. This particular target was found in New Smyrna, the previous one in Daytona Beach. It was coming up a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, really, really low numbers, which oftentimes is foil, aluminum shards, sometimes a gold ring orientating on its side. You just don't know because you don't get them that often. But they're exciting, and I'm trying so hard not to get my hopes up. But I'm in my glory. I'm out there with my little pumpkin, my little borrowed 600 Equinox controller on my shaft, detected, which I run a 800 that's still at MineLab repair. It was in a software looping problem, and the warranty is fantastic, but it's about a 20-day business day wait to get it. To keep an eye on that boogie board. The one thing I didn't give you on film was, at the end of the day, coming back, I was hit in the head, direct hit into my temple area. A big wind gust took it and dropped me to my knee. Poor woman was scared to death. But back to this hunt. This is a wedding band. You can clearly see the copper alloy, and let me tell you, within the first 24 hours, it was rusted. I didn't even want to show you the still pictures. But that particular ring, 0, 1, 2, 3, it was exciting. This target, I'm back in Daytona Beach, and it was interesting. The day didn't produce a whole lot. I'm kind of ending my near the end of my day, working my way back to my truck. And this came up between a 17, 18, 20, and I really was expecting a zinc penny, heavily corroded. That explains the numbers. I mean, it has been that kind of a day. Stinking zinc Lincolns. Hate them. They're a lot of work sometimes just because of the delicious number, and it's a big disappointment. So I have no hopes up, and I just want to get my penny, and this isn't a penny. Wow, now that was unexpected. That is a 925 half of a silver locket that still has partial color photograph of children. It's been in there a long time, and you can just tell how beat up and dented and tarnished, and the inside edges where the other locket would fit in like a glove was that green color. This was, again, found at Daytona Beach, but you know what? It's 925. I love it. I'll take it. And, of course, it'll eventually get melted down into a sterling ingot. Didn't expect that. That was supposed to be a Lincoln penny. But that's okay. Me and Pumpkin celebrated by continuing down the road. And as you see, there's nothing spectacular about the grounds I'm on. There's nothing that you can see that would say, oh, this is attracting. I'm going to come down there and hunt right there. We are in tidal waters. We have 4 tides a day, so we can't go whenever we feel like it. We have to kind of go when the tides are right, and we're at a low tide where we have more beach. So it takes a lot of planning. But you know what? It's a 22, probably going to be that penny thing that or something like that. I have low expectations. It just didn't come up as anything I was really interested in. But that's probably my way of protecting myself from a big dream-crushing disappointment. All this work and drama and crowds around me just to say, yep, it's a penny. But not in this case. Maybe it's only worth a penny. This is actually a wire handmade ring, and this has a little bead stone on it. I researched this, and you can buy these rings for $5 on eBay. So my question is, are these the visitors throwing rings out there just to give metal detectors a treat? Because we know people do that with coins and pennies. They'll get a roll of 50 pennies and just pepper the beach for us and get a big giggle watching us act like, pigs chase and feed. But that's what that was. I never saw one of it, and it only rang up as a 22. But you know what? It wasn't that stinking Lincoln, so that's fine. So here's me and Pumpkin again, moving along, going to another target. We're back in Daytona Beach on this particular target, and it was just a weird target. It wasn't really clean. It was kind of like jumping around into like 12s, 9s, 10s, really weird stuff. So, okay, all right. I pulled 2 shovels out. Now, I have an extreme scoop. That removes a lot of overburden. And I'm still digging. And I don't like when I'm still digging. I mean, I cut out probably 3 more digs just to save you some boredom. And I'm like, what is it? It's not super big. The numbers are weird. And I dug like probably 6 shovels. And here it is. And you can tell through my hands and my gestures, I'm perplexed. What is it? It's shiny. It's gold-like. But what is it? So I am like, think about it. Come on. It's going to be, well, let me just rinse off a little bit from my water bag I wear on my back. Okay, well, you know what? I don't know what this is, but it's blingy, and there's writing in the inside of it. Of course, I can't read it. But what the writing was, King Ice. That is a very popular urban costume jewelry maker. And I can tell you now, that was a cufflink part. So, was that a little naughtiness going on during prom night? I mean, who wears cufflinks? And why did I dig it on the beach? Well, you know what? Imagination helps burn time when you're bored. So this is a new Smyrna Beach target. I'm kind of, plucking along. Me and Pumpkin are just kind of just working the stratification lines, and wherever the targets are leading us, I don't really care about those ridges and that scalloping caused by tide. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just happens to be in the shot. So when I'm crouching down, I'm getting tired. But in this case, gosh darn it, you know what this is? Another one of those wire handmade rings. I mean, again, I found 2 in one day. This one is a skull. They're about maybe 60 or 70 yards apart. Now, come on now. I really believe this is a beach visitor that bought a bunch of rings just to throw them out there to enjoy us hunting, because you just don't go to a tidal beach and not expect to see detectors. Now here, I am so mad at me, and I'm going to take Pumpkin when I see her, my little detector, and put her in the corner. I thought I turned the camera off. Here I am in Daytona. I turned the camera off, but no, I turned it on, and that's why I have captured this footage. But you saw me scratching low. But what'd you see me do here? What did I dig? Well, when I turned my camera on to dig, I actually turned it off. And then when I wanted to get another shot of the ring, I turned it back on. But see, I'm thinking this camera is off, so you're watching me clean my hole. I mean, this is an honest Abe shot. But look what I got. This is a vintage sterling silver ring with those markensites, whatever. They're very mirror-like. It's made by Han. It's Thai, and it's 925. Yes, Thailand. This is vintage. This is 1950s, and I am so mad that I thought I turned the camera off, and I turned it on, and when it on, I turned it off. I have so much jewelry laying right on my desk that has no camera because I burned the battery up, leaving it on. This particular dig, well, what, are you expecting me to tell you what it is? Oh, it's Bike Week. That's my hint. It's Bike Week. I got something from Bike Week in Daytona Beach, and it's probably the most iconic symbol for bikers, other than Harleys. This is what women love. Bikers like these bling bling wings. I believe this came off, I don't know. Was it an anklet? I think it's kind of big. Maybe a pendant. But where did the chains all go? Why do we find the pendants and never the chains? But anyways, that is my Biker Week find in Daytona. And it's a little bling bling. And I'll take it. I'll take it. It was a 1718. This is all using the Equinox 600. This whole video is Equinox 600. Again, because my 800 controller is in the Mind Lab Hospital. This particular target, again, through stratification, working my way up, worming around the beach, dialing in, and bada boom, I hit a 17. One dig, and look what's staring me. I am like, oh my God, no, it isn't. No, it's going to be stainless. It's going to be the plated garbage. I have always gotten the garbage bracelets. I've never got anything good, and I don't believe I did this time. So, not even going to go there. No, not at all. It's just, nope. Well, you know, oh, here I go. I'm wishing again. I'm wanting again. Can it be this one time be sterling? I mean, for once in years, could you please be sterling? It kind of looks like it. No. Where's the corrosion? Let me look really good at this. Come on. I'm looking for that rust. Come on. Huh. Well, that's where the chain broke. Huh. Flimsy chain. Can't be sterling. It's a flimsy chain. I just don't see anything wrong with it. It's perfect. Hadn't been there very long. It was only about maybe 4 inches down. Oh, I don't know, but, you know, I am savoring every moment of it. I mean, I'm enjoying it because I think I'm going to let myself believe it's silver. And it is, and it weighed in at 11 grams, about 1/3 of an ounce. It's beach themed. It didn't lose any of the pieces and parts. It just had one leak break. Hallelujah! I got my first sterling 9-inch bracelet ever. This target. Can you see where I'm at? I'm on the beach. Clearly you can see the sand is dehydrated, so it's a tidal beach. And I am clearly, well, not so clearly because I'm going to tell you, I was in New Smyrna Beach. It is hard packed. I mean, nowhere special, nowhere remote. Just digging my last target because I'm tired. It's been a long day, and when the beach gets dehydrated, it feels like a bag of rocks every time I push a shovel of sand out. This thing's coming in 1920, and I thought it would be a Lincoln, and look at this. Oh, my God, look at this. It's like an assault rifle weapon, a whole entire round. It is an IMPA bullet. It was manufactured in 1946. The rifle is the Mauser M-A-U-S-E-R, manufactured between 1909 and 1959. It's Argentinian, and it was used, and these bullets were used in the Chaco War.